Hello, everyone, and thanks for listening. So, this article is pretty disturbing to me. And the reason why it's not shocking, but it's disturbing because it just adds validity as to why people have commented on that Russia summit, the meeting where Donald Trump met with Putin. And even Arnold Schwarzenegger gave his take on it. And if you know something is really up, usually Arnold Schwarzenegger, he doesn't really say very much. He kind of stays out of things, but he actually voiced his opinion of being disgruntled with the way Donald Trump handled that meeting. And he wasn't the only one. There were other people who voiced their opinions. They felt he should have been a little bit more forceful in a way where he made his point known that you know, there had been hacking and manipulation with the votes. And so, this right here, this article is really adding validity to it. It says that the voting machine vendor put remote access software systems out and sold it to the US. And so, how this comes into play, it reads here that the nation's top voting machine maker has admitted to installing remote access software on election management systems that it sold over a period of 6 years in what one U.S. Senator described as the worst decision for security short of leaving ballot boxes on the Moscow street corner. And so that's pretty strong words, to coin it as, describing how easy it is to manipulate the votes. So, in a letter sent to Senator Ron Wyden, or I'll say Wyden, in April, and obtained by Motherboard Election Systems and Software, admitted that it had provided PC Anywhere remote connection software to a small number of customers between 2000 and 2006, which was installed on the election management system ES&S sold them. So election management systems are not the voting terminals used to cast the ballot, but they stay in the country elections office and contain software used to program the voting machines and count up final results from the voting machines. The remote access software created an opportunity for hackers to breach the machines. So, election management systems and voting machines are supposed to be disconnected from the internet and from the other systems that are connected to us. Also had modems on their election management system, so ES&S technicians could dial into the system and use the software to troubleshoot. And so that's pretty much the article. Very short, very precise, and um, to the point. And so it just makes it really easy. When you see this phrase right here, this pretty much tells you that the votes were rigged. And so it says the US Senator described it as the worst decision for security short of leaving ballot boxes on Moscow street corner. And so for someone to say that in that fashion, there was no security enough to intervene so that these votes wouldn't be manipulated. And so it almost makes you wonder, will it happen again? And from that meeting that just took place, people weren't very happy about it, and they felt that it opens our country up to more threats. So, what are your thoughts, comments, feedback on this? Because this is really sad because it just seems like there's some other things, some hidden agendas, some things that we're not learning until now. We're learning late in this. We already kind of, I think people knew that there was something not right going on and there was some manipulation going on. But now this just really it's like after the fact, we're getting this and we're learning late that pretty much the cat is out the bag. They're basically saying that things have been manipulated. They already have 12 indictments on Russian people now that they feel had manipulated the voting. And so that's just not good at all. So we'll leave it at that. And I hear a lot of people saying 2020, and I heard a lot of people saying that they were going to, vote for this person and that person. And there's some people that are potentially going to be running candidates. I've also been reading that there have been some nationalists that have also been looking and having their eye on running in a few seats. Some have actually taken some seats in, you know, their city. People who you would think, why is this person doing this? They shouldn't even be in this, arena. And I think that's what they do. It's a way so you can keep control of people because you can make laws, you can change laws, you can manipulate laws, you have access to you know um, high up places that other civilians don't, and it can also put a population of people in a vicarious situation as it has now. As you see all over the country, there's a lot of frustration and anger, discord. There's a lot of things that have happened to certain vulnerable Americans. And so this just adds to the pot of frustration. Thoughts, comments, feedback on this? Thanks for listening.